G'day guys, Skits here and welcome to some more Guild Wars 2 beta footage. Today we're playing my level 19 Char Warrior, who admittedly looks very sick, I gotta admit. But right now we're going to be doing some questing, some dynamic events. And I think for this dynamic event I think it's just kind of like a... we have to kill some of these dredge guys. So I wanted to give you guys another video where I'm showing a kind of a higher level kind of character. And I wanted to show you guys... what it's like kind of playing a warrior and give you guys my impressions on the game so far and all that kind of stuff. So right now I'm using a huge two-handed sword, and I've got some pretty cool abilities with that because as I said in my last video, if you haven't checked that out, I'll leave it in the description. But basically every different weapon will give you different skill sets. So the two-handed sword gives me 5 different skills on these first 5. The number 6 is always going to be a heal, and then the other 4 are always going to be your utility skills, which you can choose. But I will be I'm going to showcase some different weapon skits, why did I say that? Skits? Different weapon kits, and kind of show you guys how the different skills work with that. So, not sure what I'm supposed to do here. Another neat feature in this game is you can revive people mid-combat, which I really like. I think it works really well. And also the dodge, which I didn't really show too much of in the last video. But basically, the dodge is great, actually. It works really well for PvP as well as PvE. So, we're doing alright here, actually. We're just going to keep on killing these guys. And okay, I'm going to swap out now, because I personally like using 2, massive weapons. So we're going to use, we'll use 2 axes, because I think that's a really cool combo. Which is my best other axe here? Probably, maybe this one. Alright, so we'll use 2 axes, and also we've gotten a trait here. We'll show off the trait system a bit later on. For the time being, we'll just stick with what we've got here. I've got a lot to cover in this video, guys, so if I'm kind of blabbering on or talking too fast, then I do apologize, but I'm trying to fit a lot of information into a pretty, short video. So yeah, we're just going to be doing some questing in this video. I didn't want to make it anything too crazy. I might be showing you guys some higher level footage as I get higher. So right now I'm really liking the warrior. Although it is a very kind of, you get in their face and you're pounding them and all that kind of stuff. I can also with the simple click of a mouse button, I can change to my arrow, and now my longbow, and now I can do some long range attacks. So each profession has a lot of variety with that. The only profession that can't do that is the elementalist, but they don't really need to do that because they focus a lot with magic and all that kind of stuff. But we're going to be focusing on the warrior only today, so I'm going to try not to get too distracted at all. The way loot works, by the way, guys, is you get your own loot, which I think is great. In other MMOs, I hate to bring World of Warcraft into this video, but it's definitely a good game to compare, because right now it probably is the best MMO out, because this game obviously isn't out yet. In World of Warcraft, people have to need roll if they want something. They have to, contest with other players. With this game, everyone gets their own loot, which works really, really well. It means that, no one's stealing anyone else's loot, which is great. As you can see, there's a fair few people now helping us out around here, which means that these guys are probably tougher, the enemies, and it just means that, jeez, I was just attacking. One thing about this game, sometimes you realize, is you can just attack in midair, and when you're not targeting anyone, which gets a little bit, sometimes it's a bit hard to get used to, but when you are used to it, it works really well. So we're gonna keep on helping these guys out. By the way, I'm in the Char level 15 to 25 zone. I think it's called the Disa Plateau. That's where I started, and I've kind of gone around basically everywhere I can be in the beta. And it's a really great looking map, and everything looks really good in this game. They didn't go for a spectacular, visually impressive looking game. They wanted a reasonably simple, easy to run sort of thing. I'm playing this on pretty low graphics just so that this video isn't laggy or anything, but the game does look very good when it is on max, and it really looks good as it is, to be honest, right now. So a lot of these miners have gotten destroyed by these dredge guys. And what often happens with these kind of chain dynamic events is that later on there might be another result where we'll have to kind of get back something that these dredge guys have taken. So there's kind of chain quests that can be sort of achieved in just one little thing. And the great thing about this game is the exploration. You can just be running around doing nothing, and then suddenly, you'll find a dynamic event and you can get involved in all that kind of stuff, which is just totally awesome. I really do love that system, and this game has a lot of things that new MMOs, it's kind of the evolution of MMOs where a lot of new MMOs you'll see are gonna be bringing into it, because this is the step forward into MMOs in my opinion. With that said, this game wouldn't be anywhere where it was without World of Warcraft, I gotta admit, because that game, World of Warcraft, brought a lot of great things into MMOs, and I think that's how Guild Wars 2 is as well, though. It's brought a lot of amazing things, and it looks like now we've nearly done this dynamic event here. We just need to drive the dredge off the quarry, and we've nearly done that. Now, a lot of people have been asking me in my previous videos about the kind of how the races work. Now, there aren't exactly factions. Everyone is kind of on their own side, but when it comes to PvP in World v World, all the humans can kill humans and all that kind of stuff. And with the Char storyline, I'm not going to spoil anything here, but with the Char storyline, you can choose between legions, and they kind of despise each other, all the different legions. So unlike with World of Warcraft, where it's Horde and Alliance, this is just kind of one big kind of faction, which I think is really great. It's different, obviously, but I think it works well enough for the game. So now we're going to kill this guy. And I really like the dual axe system. I think it works great. Now, I'm going to show you guys some more of the items, the way the items work. Items don't mean much at all in this game, and it looks like I'm getting attacked somewhere. Where am I getting attacked from? Here I go. The items don't mean much at all in this game. I'm going to go over what I'm using, by the way, these skills and all that kind of stuff. I'm just trying to tell you guys a bit more of an in-depth look at this game. But yeah, the way items work is that obviously the item system works similar to World of Warcraft, where you get stats on each item and all that kind of stuff. But items don't mean as much as they did in World of Warcraft. They weren't going for... Okay, so now we've done that dynamic event, and we've gotten our reward in the mailbox instead of having to kind of have to hand in our reward. So now we're going to go ahead and maybe go down here, or we'll have a look at what we need to do next. We'll just keep killing these guys. But yeah, they didn't want items and gear to mean much in this game. They wanted it to be so that, skilled players do well in combat, and they really wanted it to be more about, the way you play, and that kind of determines how your character plays out. Instead of... I'm going to switch to my longbow really quickly here just to show you guys what it's like.